Good morning, Noah. It is so foggy. Oh, boat, boat, boat. No, don't fall. Don't fall. Orff is back. Yeah, not good. Ugh, I haven't seen this in a long time. So frustrating. Cinnamon, get out of my pants. Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday. It is the weekend. I gave Chris the weekend off. She has been working basically non-stop. Well, she's on her co-op placement, so she kind of has to. Lambing's quite a thing for me because you just go, 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 and then it's done. And then I just usually I feel like I slam into a brick wall, and I feel all of a sudden like I don't have purpose. Where did you come from? Where did you come from? So I texted her last night. I said, take the weekend off. I actually need to do chores for my mental health. She doesn't question it because she knows what I'm like. I've also been working on something for my website that's completely out of my realm of expertise. I'm pretty excited about it, and I'll share that with you guys in a bit when I get closer to hopefully launching it. But first, we have chores, and they sound angry. Good morning, Noah. Hello. Hello. So this week I opened up the bottle baby pens. So there was, the younger ones were in here just to get them trained. But I wanted to get them on creep. It had been long enough. So I did vaccinate them before I introduced the creep. And I just blended the whole pen. So now we just wait. They'll be weaned very soon. As you can tell, they're looking pretty good. I like seeing them with a nice bloom. Yes, you guys are doing very well. They're drinking water good. They're eating creep good. So it's just a matter of time. I just really have to wait on some of the little ones. Right here. The ones back here. They're smart. They know to get... So any of them with the orange dot are the younger ones. So they're like surrounding the feeders, which I figured was going to happen. Hello. Good morning. How is my boy? It's been a while. I was talking to the wrong Billy. Sorry. I apologize. Will you forgive me? Will you forgive me? I'm always forgiven. Okay, you guys have seen me do this before, a couple weeks ago actually. What I'm doing is taking advantage of what is still our frozen ground. The days have been getting warm enough that I would make a mess doing this. All our third cut hay got baled and we had to store it in the field under plastic. So when the ground is frozen, I like just to stockpile. So I take some out and I take it across the road. So I grab these while it's frozen and I just take about 3 or 4 bales and I put them in the barn across the road under storage. And then when Carissa needs a bale, and if it's mild, we won't wreck the field. So I'm just grabbing the last bale here, taking it across the road. It is so foggy. Gonna grab a straw bale while I'm over here to bed with. We have been going through straw like crazy because of this kind of open winter. It hasn't been cold enough to keep the barn dry. It's been really, really humid. Oh, boat, boat, boat. No. This is why I don't film and drive. That's better. So the other thing I do is I grab the very first bale that's fully kind of wrapped and kind of garbage because it's been moved so many times. I always replace it on the end of these tubes to do my best to preserve the bale behind it. And so far, it seems to be working really quite well when I do that. Again, hard to do one-handed. We are going to do this. There. There. So that one just kind of blocks the open face of the second one. Properly. While I was bedding, we could have a little chit chat. I asked Instagram this morning to ask me anything. I always think it's the same audience, but it's not. My Instagram people, not a lot of them watch my YouTube channel, and vice versa. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Don't fall. You weren't supposed to fall. Say hello to the people. Oh my god. Lamb was on top of the creek feeder. Okay, let's look at a question. Besides hay, what is your least favorite thing about sheep farming? Likely weaning day. I don't like weaning day. Weaning day is loud. It's stressful. It takes two people. Some days, if you get them all going the right way at the right time, it's awesome. Other days, if that first one decides to cause a scene, they all decide that's the cool thing to do. So I would say weaning day, besides hay, is my least favorite task. You notice my sheep are losing their wool, like wool. I'm not really sure what it is because some of the boys had it first. So I thought maybe it was lice coming in from those new rams because it seemed to kind of all coincide. And then I noticed like it was taking forever for the females that were with those rams getting bred. It took like a month after that before I saw some of their wool falling off. So Ruby's wool is off her back and some others. And then I'm like, okay, it's probably lice because they were together. I do treat for lice at shearing day, but the last shearing day I ran out. So they haven't been done since like 2 shearings ago. I've always kept up with that. So and the rams, for whatever reason, always lose their wool, and still really don't know why, but it's always in that November-December period. So I don't know what it is. Some of the females in the lactating pen have been losing wool. Dorothy lost her wool, but she had that listeriosis, so that made a little more sense to me. She probably had a fever. So I have heard that wool drop can be from, you know, you experiencing a fever that you might not have caught, or maybe that you did catch. So you will see quite a few that have that. So whether they were fighting something or they had a lice of some sort, the jury's out kind of. But once they get sheared again, we will start on this lice treatment again. And Charlie is scheduled to come this week on Wednesday, so I actually have to order that sooner than later. Hello, babies. Ironically, someone just asked me if I foster lambs. When I foster lambs, do I record them? And if so, how? I'm going to fill the automatic milk machine, which is the nanny of the flock. So she is the ultimate fosterer. And I do record all those. I plug them in my Gallagher system under Bottle Baby. And the mums that do foster a lamb, there's very, very few. But when I do, I put it under my add notes column on my Gallagher system. So when I bring up the whole database of this session, of the lambing session, I have a column that says notes, added notes, last notes, I think that's what it says. And it will pop right up. So I use that as one of the columns that I do my evaluations on those ewes. So I do keep track under my Gallagher. I do a report session, I report the session, and then I transfer everything over to Excel so I can see it easy. I would still love to make a cake out of this stuff. It smells so good. I cannot do this without both hands. I got asked another question. Who is my favorite Instagram account? And because this is YouTube, I will kind of go through. I have actually one favorite YouTuber that has nothing to do with agriculture. I just really adore her. I adore her little family. I like the way she's very vulnerable and raw and authentic, and yeah, and she's been on YouTube forever as a character, and then she's just evolved and done her own thing, her own vlogs, and her name's Colleen Ballinger. She's like California. She's a California girl. So we have nothing in common except for the fact that she loves Canada. She likes Canadians. I have got that much, and she wears like a Roots onesie all the time, which every time she wears it, I'm like, you go, girl. She pushes herself career-wise a lot, balancing motherhood and her career life, her business life. Anyways, she has trouble with sleeping. When I was that age, because she's a lot younger than me, but when I was that age and maybe even younger, I really, really struggled with insomnia, and the more I struggled with it, the more I worked harder and tried to get sleepier. It doesn't work that way. I just really, really like her. So I would say she's my number one. Like, it's the one I probably don't miss. And then, of course, there's so many in agriculture that you guys should follow. The newest one is called The Sheep Game. So if you want to see like my complete opposite, like the happiest man in the world, his name is Cammy, and we've actually talked. So he DM'd me a while ago on Instagram. So we talk a little bit offline, and we hopefully have some plans in the future once COVID's over. So he's a great channel. He's almost at 10,000. So guys, if you like my channel, you will like his more, because he does all the things that you guys always ask me why I don't do it. So they're outside, you know, living their best life. And apparently, I guess mine aren't. He's from Scotland, so go check him out. He's amazing. All right, I gotta get going. This mixer's still going. Just finished chores, and I noticed Orff is back. Not something I love having in my flock, and I didn't see it. I haven't seen it in a few lambing groups, and I think it was about a year ago that I saw it last in this kind of age group. So these guys are you a month old now? You're over a month old now, because they were born in that week of December 11th to 18th. Where is that lamb? So Orff, if you don't know, is like they're like little blisters on their mouth, on the lamb's mouth. And what can happen, it's very, very transferable. So like even I can get it if I come into contact with an open sore with their mouth, like on a hand or a finger, but they can spread it to another lamb, or they can, even worse, they spread it to their mum. And then the mums can get those blisters on their teats and their udder. It hurts them to nurse. They kick off their lamb, then they don't get milked out, and then they can get mastitis, and then they can die. And that, if you remember, I've actually had a few questions since I shared my very first vlog with you guys. I had a ewe named Dutchie. She is what like Ruby and Ruthie and all of my sheep that are near and dear to my heart. She was one of them, and that is how she died. In literally maybe 3 days of me seeing it and treating her. So I hate Orff, and not because of just how gross it is, but of the ripple effects it can have on your flock. Here we go, here's one. Right on its nose, there's a sore. So what also can happen, another ripple effect of how it can spread so quick. There's another one right there. See? Yeah, not good. It's right there. If a lamb has it and mom kicks it off because she has it, what they try to do is steal off another mom, and they're really rough when they're hungry and they want milk, so they'll be really running on these other ewes, and then it can injure another ewe and transmit it to her if she doesn't have the antibodies to fight Orff. Once a ewe has Orff, they actually have the immunity to it, so it's one of those things you can make a vaccine, but it has to be custom to your farm, is what I've been told. So I have never gone down that road because I just find typically, besides Dutchie, I don't think I've ever really lost a ewe from it. There's another one, that little brown one. Right there. So her number's 28. This is the twin, that 28 right there. So I'd like to see if it has one too. So it's got nothing, the twin. Hi, you have nothing on your nose, so why does the other one? Hi. Oh, you're so friendly. Oh, who are you? Hello? So why does your twin have Orff and you don't? You have nothing. That's interesting. In this case, I am wondering if maybe that other one has been a stealer. Usually you can tell because it's got like brown around its neck, but that would have been my guess if one has it and the other doesn't, unless it just hasn't showed up on this one yet. You're so sweet though. I'm gonna run across the road, do some chores over there. I haven't seen this in a long time. This is polio. The lamb is on the side, they start paddling, and the head, they call it moon gazing, so the head is back. Darn it! What's going on? Okay, I will treat this one. I haven't had polio, guys, over here for 2 years probably. So frustrating. I'm gonna grab the treatment and I'll walk you guys through it. If you see polio, get on it quick. I'm gonna text Carissa and make sure this one wasn't down yesterday. If it was, I am not gonna have good luck saving it. But if I'm just seeing this today, then I have a chance. So I'll get back to you guys in a sec. Here's my army. We have some penicillin, we have some thiamine, this is the most important part of polio treatment, and some dexamethasone. And I'm just following the dosage my vet gave me. Cinnamon. Let's see if we can get you up. There. Cinnamon, get out of my pants. Okay, so I got her kind of flipped over, so they get somewhat paralyzed. You've seen this in my Dorothy videos. You've seen it in my Dorothy videos where she gets, you know, kind of stuck on one side. Honestly, I love you, but stop climbing on me like a jungle gym. So I like to kind of sit them over and lean them up against a wall or a gate or something. So it's somewhat, as much as I can get her in a recovery position, I'm trying to do that. Well, it's 5 o'clock. I just got back from the grocery store. I thought I better do that. And I just want to check on this little ewe lamb and see how she's doing, if she's recovering or if I have to treat her again. Probably have to treat her again. Still down. Okay, treat again. I'm giving it another dose of thiamine. But yeah, it's no better. Pawing. So this is classic case of what they do. Head back, it's called stargazing, and they paddle. Okay. Hey buddy, I know. Are you feeling any better? Stop. Cinnamon, please. So she is trying to get up. She's up. Which is kind of crazy. So, hopefully, listen, you. Oh, that really hurt. Okay. She's already had her antibiotic and her Dex, so this is all we can do for now. But she's looking a little, yeah. That's a good sign that she tried to get up, I would say. I am gonna hazard a guess and think it is polio, even though I'm treating the same as if it's listeriosis or polio. The thing with listeriosis, I'm not going to give her another shot of penicillin and dexamethasone. I think those are daily. The thiamine you can keep repeating, even multiple times a day, to get its levels up. It's had 2 doses. It's still sitting up, which is a good sign. So we'll see. There's not much I can do, really. Right now, I just want to get that thiamine into her. So not a great way to end the day, but that is sheep farming. Sometimes they're uneventful. I thought today was going to be just a nice, easygoing question and answer day. And, well, my sheep tend to always have other plans, and I haven't actually done chores in probably a week. So maybe this is payback. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you again.